about jungle rope safari?
Sure.
Swing, climb.
He is considered to be one of our animal
guys,
ambassadors, so this is actually his job. Now, as he's cruising around, you might notice that he's really not watching where he's going. People didn't have the same issue. So if people aren't watching where they're going, he's probably wearing a helmet, right? He's got one. So you're watching, if you have to run into something, he's got that helmet. But what he also has too with that helmet piece there is a fingerprint. As no two humans have the same fingerprints, no two armadillos have that same headpiece. So it's a little bit of an identification marker for him as well.
Here he comes.
Any questions about the armadillo up here?
How big will he get?
That big. So he's about 18 years old.
Okay. If you look up, you can see one. I'll pick up the internet on the phone. Got it?
Just say something when you're whispering.
I've done that before. He doesn't listen to me too much.
Don't go yet, Julian.
It happens.
Can you please whisper?
If I whisper, everybody still hears it.
Say thanks.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye.
You want the one about in the left? Are you? You want to it? Mom, no.
Tiger ko tanong ka wala.
Mason Trucker House or someplace in Hawaii.
I'm watching my video.
Put their head right in the middle. They'll roll their bodies up around their head, and they can actually be rolled around at that point, and it allows them to protect themselves from predators. The other name for ball pythons is actually a royal python, and that's one of my favorite things to think about, because ball pythons were actually so...
Is it raining?
For the parrot alone.
Yeah, raining.
It's just the water, yeah.
Huh?
That's a very big...
Yeah.
No one can be that big right now. Yes, sir. No one can be that big right now.
We missed only gorilla and the elephant, okay?
All around them, and that's kind of the background color. The pale pink blends into not just the background, but they also blend into each other. When they relax like this, they spread out, they make use of this space, but still keeping close to prey animals. And they use that safety in numbers as one of the many adaptations for survival that they have. This extends to some of the larger land mammals. Now on the right side of the tram, if you look at the second shade structure in, the one in the middle, you might see some big gray boulder type things. Those are rhinos. Southern white rhinos, wide-lipped rhino. So you know when they're calm, that's a good day. There's nothing to worry about. If you don't have a giraffe, get a camel. It's the next, no. You can climb to the top of a rocky outcrop every so often. That's what the animals on the right side of the tram do. Now we're going to talk about the camel in a minute, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about the critically endangered species that he lives with, the wild equids that are native to Somalia. They are the Somali wild ass. Yes, that's their name. You can call them that. Not a donkey. Entrance of the safari park are trumpeter swans. We have another pair up here off to the right side of the tram. Very busy right now, preening and cleaning their feathers, spreading oil on their feathers. And yes, they live near water, so there you go. They run into the water. They, very much like the swans and the pelicans, have an oily layer on their coat. It's naturally occurring. They don't have to spread it around, just does that. But for them, that's a little bit of waterproofing. It's also really stinky. These are not animals that smell pleasant. They're skunky. Just that alone could keep predators away. You just smell bad, you know. Get out of here, you Cape buffalo. So the only animals I've ever seen move a Cape buffalo out of an area are rhinos, which they just did. They just placed the Cape buffalo that was at the feeder. Because in all honesty, you don't want to take on a southern white rhino mom with her kiddo. And that's what we've got here. He's a big baby, but he's still a baby. And for now, he is still mommy's baby, mama's boy. Holly and Masamba. So Holly's the mom, Masamba's her son. Now as he gets older, he is getting stronger. He'll become a little bit more independent. And eventually, if Holly is pregnant, because we've seen some breeding behavior between herself and the other resident mature male, if she's pregnant in about 16 months, she would give birth to another calf and Masamba gets kicked out of the house. That's just how it works out. I can only take care of one baby at a time successfully. And then there's Habari. He's chewing on a stick. It used to be full of leaves. Now it's just a stick. Habari is a reticulated giraffe, and that is one of the more endangered species of giraffe. Currently part of, just to give you a reference of how tall they are, this one is, she's stretching. I'm taller than you think. This wall right here is about 6 to 8 feet tall. And she's young. And this is another one of those icons of Africa. It's an animal that, when you think of Africa, you associate giraffe, rhinos, elephants. And unfortunately, those icons are under some of the biggest threats they've ever faced in their history, human history. Illegal hunting, poaching activity for both rhinos and giraffe. For giraffe, it's a little bit different. Poaching is more centered around the bushmeat trade. They also face conflict and competition with domesticated livestock and humans in those regions. So that's all part of this research project, is to get a better awareness, better understanding of what is going on. What are their populations? What are their remaining populations? What are their movements or their ranges? Do they have a range? Do they travel? Where do they go? How do they get there? All those sorts of things that are being answered by these researchers. So again, if you ever wanted to help them out, their website is wildwatchkenya.org, O-R-G. And of course, when you visit the safari,